from a theatrical supply store in Brookline. Sumptuous green velvet with black lace and a real bustle, chosen to match her favorite literary heroine's style. "Don't I look just like her? Just like Moira?" Adele, blonde and heavily freckled, didn't much resemble the scarlet-haired porcelain doll perfection of Moira, but she had looked so happy in the costume supply dressing room, beaming with excitement, that Connie had told her yes, she looked just like Moira. It had made Adele's day, and so it had made Connie's too. Until Adele reminded her that they needed dates, and didn't Julio always stare at Connie in class? And even Connie's strict Catholic parents liked Julio, which really was something. "What's wrong?" Adele asked, taking Connie by the wrist and dragging her away from Julio's front door. "It's okay to be nervous. Boys are terrifying." "It's not that," Connie mumbled. It was and it wasn't. She didn't feel afraid of Julio. She just didn't want to go with him to the dance. Take him on one-on-one on the soccer pitch? Sure. Slow dance with him in a gymnasium under the flash of strobes and cheap purple gobos? No thanks. At night in bed, she lay beneath a ceiling plastered with posters of Megan Rapinoe, Laisha Clarendon, Serena, and Abby Wambach, and wondered if she could get up the courage to ask Gigi from the comic book store on Commonwealth to the Sadie Hawkins dance. Gigi was a year older and went to private school, but she might say yes. She might have, if only Connie had asked her. "Can we go somewhere else?" Connie asked, putting her back to Julio's door. Adele's stepdad, Greg, had dropped them off there with the understanding that Julio's parents would drive them all to the school for the dance. Both girls had turned 16 in September, but neither had made much progress toward a license, preferring their bikes and the tea over summer driver's ed classes. "Typical Virgos," Adele liked to say. "Like where?" Adele asked. Her lower lip wobbled, and Connie winced. "Like anywhere else. Burger Buddies for a Pygmalion, or even the Emporium. I don't think I can do this." To her credit, Adele did not cry. That didn't make the lance through Connie's heartland any softer. The disappointment was written all over her face. Adele had been talking up the dance for weeks, obsessed with her dress, the way she would curl her hair, and the secret date she would only reveal the night of. Sure," Adele said. Her long green train dragged down the sidewalk, collecting leaves. "I knew this would happen. I pulled a tarot spread before getting dressed tonight, and right away the 5 of Cups came up. Figures." Connie nodded as if she knew what the 5 of Cups signified. She didn't. Lately, Adele had been submerged up to her eyeballs in the esoteric and the occult. She couldn't make a single decision without consulting a star chart or whipping out one of her growing collection of tarot decks. "Deli, I'm sorry." "No, it's okay. If you don't want to do it—" Connie adjusted the backpack on her shoulder. Her normal, comfortable clothes were inside. She realized now that they had told on her the whole time. She'd had no intention of going through with Julio, with the dance, with Adele's romantic notion of the perfect fairy tale evening. The perfect ball. Connie knew that that was what Adele wanted, to recreate the big dance from their favorite book, Moira. Everything was about Moira. If it wasn't about astrology, tarot, wizards, vampires, werewolves, or aliens. Adele's imagination was as big as her heart, a heart that Connie could now see was clearly breaking. "I'm sorry," she said again. At the end of the drive, she turned toward Adele's house. It wasn't a far walk, but Greg had insisted on driving them, insisted on the formality. That was a point in his favor, at least in Connie's eyes. He knew how important the night was for Adele. But Greg never really won points with Adele no matter what he did. They were oil and water. Connie could already see rips forming in the tulle at the hem of her dress. "I mean, I pulled the 3 of Swords too, so I should have known, but I'm curious. What made you change your mind?" Adele asked, as they walked side by side under the occasional flash of street lamps. Orange and yellow trees drooped over the lane. Tumbleweeds of crunchy leaves were blown by a wind that they walked directly against. "I like girls?" Connie didn't say. "Julio just gives me bad vibes." They were quiet for a while. Connie took out her phone.